Kicking off today the same way I always do, with an hour of admin and emails and all that kind of stuff. So when I started my business, I thought I'd just be waking up every day and making films. No one told me that there'd be so much admin to do, so many emails to answer, so much planning to do, marketing stuff, all those kind of things. So yeah, the way I always start the day is with an hour of that just to kind of ease me into things. The idea being so that I can get it out of the way and then focus on the creative stuff for the rest of the day. I'm a proper stickler for routine, like I'm very inflexible, so I always block out every minute of my calendar. I always like to know what I'm doing and what's coming up, and I like to be able to look back and see how many hours I spent on projects and what I was doing on any particular day. I think it drives Jess mad because it means that spontaneity goes out the window, but it does mean that I'm reliable and you know exactly where I'm going to be at all times. Is there a better lunch than leftover pizza? Followed by a stretch session with Apple Fitness Plus. All about balance. Tuning into a Zoom meeting now with the What About Weddings campaign by Love My Dress, which is a wedding blog. So they've been campaigning over the past year to get a clear roadmap from the government about weddings reopening, just to kind of provide some certainty and clarity to wedding suppliers and also to couples. So the What About Weddings campaign have been lobbying MPs and getting stuff in newspapers, doing like social media stunts, all to try and be included in the conversation for the announcement that's going to happen on the 22nd of February about a roadmap for coming out of lockdown and hopefully getting weddings up and running again. They're suggesting things like rapid testing at weddings and other measures just to try and come up with ways that weddings can start to go ahead again. So yeah, really positive stuff that will hopefully provide some kind of clarity in the coming months. I've been reading this book about cinematic storytelling. So it's basically about cinematic shooting and editing techniques and explains the effect that those techniques have emotionally or in relation to the narrative, etc. And you know, it's interesting, it's all well and good, but it's such a difficult book to read just because of its shape. So I think they tried to make it mirror the aspect ratio of a film, but that just means it's actually really inconvenient and cumbersome to hold. So most stupid book design I've ever come across, but pretty good book. Why do you keep webbing into walls? Do you want to know what cinematic storytelling technique I learned about today? So I learned that when a subject moves from the left side to the right side, we automatically perceive them as like a goodie because we read from left to right and right to left, because it seems unnatural to us. They're baddies. It is interesting.